Is there any hope for competitive play? Reaching out to the vocal part of our community, a lot of players are very upset. It is something we have talked about quite frequently on this channel, and it seems like there's never really a point where most of the players are happy. Like, one problem is simply being replaced with another. But today, I have reason to assume that, within the next few months, we might be seeing a significant improvement to the quality of our matchmaking experience on ladder. Why do I think so? Well, for a number of reasons actually. The most immediate improvement would obviously be the number of buffs and nerfs that we have received with the Overwatch Anniversary event. Brigitte has seen a decrease in armor distribution for Rally going from 150 down to 100, and her shield bash is now on a 6-second cooldown, which has been up from the previous 5 seconds. Furthermore, Hanzo's Storm Arrows now do 70 instead of 80 damage a pop, and Ana has received the long-awaited buff of 14 shots per mag, as well as the ability to shoot through full health teammates. Don't forget that Rialto now has also been added to the competitive map pool, so I hope you guys get some hours on it during the testing and quick play phases. Now, although these are great changes in my opinion, it might instantly make the game feel less oppressive to play in with the spam rewarding and crowd control heavy nature of both of the heroes that have now been nerfed. While I would suggest to lower the total amount of arrows that Hanzo has at his disposal when using Storm Arrows, just for the sake of not rewarding spammy playstyles, it is good to see that the changes did not stick on the PTR for too long, and we are now seeing incremental improvements as opposed to the sledgehammer style, well, I guess I won't be playing that hero anymore kinds of nerfs. It shows that Blizzard is now on the case despite the overwhelmingly positive feedback that pro players have been giving when talking about the current meta. Of course, keeping in mind that they are one patch behind in the league, or well, 2 now I guess, which means that they did not have to deal with a new Hanzo just yet. Another reason I'm kind of excited for the future of competitive play comes down to a video from Your Overwatch covering what could be somewhat of a shadow fix to how grouping works on ladder. For a while now, I have really only been playing in 6 stacks, and we have now started scrimming against each other within our Discord, which also has been a lot of fun. As you can tell, I've been avoiding the matchmaker at all cost. If you want to check out that video that I just referenced, card can be found in the top right corner. But for anyone who is too lazy, here is a quick summary. They've suggested that Blizzard could have secretly deployed a fix to the rule sets that apply for groups in competitive play. Those of you who played in bigger stacks might have realized that odd things happen every so often, if not on a regular, where if the game cannot find another stack of similar size and skill level to your own, they will start stacking SR against you to presumably make up for the benefit of having an improved level of coordination. That means that your Platinum 4 stack might suddenly be getting 2 gold teammates while opposing a full team of diamonds, if not worse. Now, that logic might be pretty sound on some level when you consider that groups of people who have a lot of synergy might actually be able to counteract raw mechanical skill, because that's just the kind of team-based game that we're playing here. But it also deters players from grouping with their friends ever, because they will be getting unusually difficult matchups. And you can't really learn anything when getting stomped into oblivion anyway. But as Your Overwatch has laid out in their video, an improvement in match quality for stacking players benefits everyone on ladder, including the solo queuers. Up until now, players who get to a higher rank by stacking with their friends have been called out by solo queuers, saying that their rank is not legitimate, because presumably they value raw mechanical skill over coordination and, well, for all intents and purposes, the ability to play the game properly. Don't get me wrong, solo queue will always be random and chaotic, but in an environment where more players are able to learn how to play the game as intended, which means as a team of 6 rather than 6 individuals in a massive brawl, everyone suddenly has the ability to play the game properly. Solo queuers who want to hold onto their values will drop rank in an environment where players are finally learning to counteract individual mechanical prowess through the power of team play. Players who learn how to play the game in a stack will usually be playing in solo on some point again, which means that you are suddenly left with teammates who are more likely to coordinate and play together. And all of that is thanks to Blizzard presumably allowing stacking players to still be playing against others of their own rating, rather than stacking SR against them. Now obviously, all of that is based on anecdotal evidence, but that has been piling up. More and more players are reporting that they get less unfair matchups when playing with their friends. Obviously, we're not expecting it to instantly be fixed, but any improvements are welcome. Consider now that they are also planning to implement more social features later this summer, and suddenly we are looking at a very exciting future for competitive players. Whether we get a looking for group or clan system, anything that encourages and rewards players for playing together should be celebrated. Now I want to make a bit of an announcement that I deliberately left for the end. I already teased it early in this video, but we have been trying to set up a tournament style competitive scene in our Discord. It is a a very small Discord because I really don't advertise its existence, and my mods are banning annoying people on a regular. So obviously, we are having a bit of trouble getting our teams together as often as we would like. The way it works is that throughout the week, anyone who's interested in practicing in a group can just set up the Pugs chat, which is standing for pickup groups. And then we try to have a bit of a tournament style scrim at the weekend where, just like in the Overwatch League, we are competing in a 4-set map pool featuring every game mode. While there's no prize money or anything on the line, everyone who participated thus far confirmed that they had a lot of fun playing in a more organized fashion. So we're trying to set up different permanent teams to scrim every weekend while having open pugs throughout the week. So here are the requirements. You have to be in the SR range of 1900 to 3100, as all the players participating are around platinum. Your account has to be at least level 200 so we can be rather certain that you are not a higher ranked player who's just smurfing. Players who get caught smurfing for obvious reasons are going to be excluded. Furthermore, I expect you to be dedicated to the competition, and while anyone can join, be aware of the fact that the scrims are happening on EU servers and are going to favor EU time zones. If you want to check it out, just join our Discord through the link in the description below and familiarize yourself with our server rules. Anyone who is annoying, toxic, or otherwise haha is going to get banned, so there is your heads up. And another heads up, given that everyone who's participating is around platinum, no, I am not playing Zenyatta for my team. I'm a flex DPS, and anyone who paid attention to my DPS gameplay will know that calling me a plat is a compliment. Again, we've been having a lot of fun playing in 6 stacks, and the first scrim we had elevated that even more. But I'm gonna call it a day now. Exciting stuff to look forward to in the next few months, so let's hope that Blizzard does not disappoint us. As always, my friends, leave all of your thoughts and opinions on the subject in question down in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to drop me a like on your way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time.